Let's welcome the 16th seed from Arlington, Texas, Mitch Dobbin.
What a week it's been for him, polishing off the #1 seed Ryan Riesbeck, the only lefty in the field. And there's his brother, Mike Dobbin, 2007 champion. I think Mitch is a run to the litter there with the size of Mike. And he is the only lefty in the field.
And his opponent, the 13th seed from Clearwater, Florida, Steve, the Predator Monroe.
Picture says 1,000 words there. The Predator's going to go ballistic tonight. Don't be fooled here. He can fill it up.
Love the mask.
Mitch will have the honor here this match.
He won't hit with that arm, though. How'd you like to have that big brother protecting you, Bob?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good protection, but his brother can't help him right now. It's all him now.
Right. His brother's given him some wisdom maybe from the 2007 victory that he had and multiple tour wins that he's had. But this is all playing with house money for Mitch, I think. That's his dad right there to Mike's right.
Justin James' dad. Back behind him, too.
Again, Mitch started this week way back on Thursday in last chance qualifying. I mean, he's hit more rounds. He had to hit 6 rounds in last chance qualifying. Then he faces Riesbeck in his second round, polishes him off. So he's had an amazing week.
Yeah, it's number 16 versus number 13.
Yeah, Monroe only hit one event this year. He qualified out of Denver at the regional championship. In the Callaway Series, there were 6 qualifying events in that regional championship. And Steve just hits in one event a year, and he's been doing this since 2007.
349 for Dobbin as that stayed in.
Talks about the important thing in his golf swing is sequencing. What does he mean by sequencing? Making sure that the lower body is leading that downswing, letting the shoulders, arms, and hands go, and you can see how soft that ball is as it gets into the grid.
2.5 inches of rain. I mean, that grid is just not releasing. That ball is hot. That ball should roll 30, 35 yards easily.
Again, if you look at that lead foot, how much that is moving around.
This ain't a tennis match. Let's go.
But you look at the club head speed at 135. He's getting a lot out of it with ball speed. Again, I think you'll see the Predator probably take it up over 140. So, again, he's got to find a hot spot on this grid, Mike.
Absolutely.
And Art, the hot spot for him at his ball speed and carry distance is that right side. There's a downhill slope right at about 341 or 2. He caught it with one ball. The left side is not going to get any roll.
So he's got to turn it, Jerry, into that right corner of that grid, kind of hit a little, kind of draw from the middle to the right side and get that downhill bounce.
To get every last yard of it, that's exactly what he has to do. But swing him this hard. That's a narrow fairway.
That's up there, and that's a good apex, too. That should get a little bit of roll.
Just short of his best.
Here, last one.
All right, last ball for Mitch Dobbin. So far, 349 is his best. The second to last ball, excuse me.
They got 30 seconds left. First time under the lights. I mean, he has never seen this event close to this level. But he hit 2 real solid shots. Just needs that roll.
That one there wasn't bad at 345, but they carried a long way and good numbers. But you're right. He needs to get that roll.
So when all things are equivalent, and if Monroe goes 142 club speed and hits it flush, it's really going to be, you know, not looking good for Mitch. But congratulations. What a great deal to make that, you know, that final 16.
Dobbin hit at 372 and advancing for this round of 16. So the number to beat is 349 for Steve Monroe.
You can see those numbers of club head speed and ball speed. That ball speed at 201. Here's a little look at what I think is a really good motion. It's just not as fast as you want it. All the lines look really good in the posture. Now as he starts to go back, good full turn with the hips. Length of swing is excellent. Uses the ground properly. And that lead foot Clears out again. Pay attention to this lead foot right here as this drops back up in the air, gets way behind it, and then watch it jump off the ground.
Mitch's brother Mike kind of urged him on. 349, the number for Mitch Dobbin. So now Steve Monroe, the Predator.
And this guy's a mini tour veteran. I mean, he can really play golf. I played 3 rounds of golf with him and never saw him shoot over 67. So watch this golf swing. And when your fans are wearing the same shirt you are, you know you're doing good right there.
3 against 1.
Right. But really, watch this golf swing. He's played so much golf.
Smooth.
He's fluid. It's smooth. It's pure. A lot of wrist action. He's never had a set in the history that he's competed where he's missed the grid.
All right, Steve,
That's
the grid
a
is
state
clear.
effort.
Play away.
And he's been out there for now. This is his 10th year.
And Art, when he warmed up like a tour pro. Started with wedges, went all the way through the bag, and only maybe a dozen drivers.
Right, yeah, he plays golf out there, Jerry.
The way he's been hitting it this week.
She misses the grid there.
There you go. He's just too good. He just hits it so solid, so in the middle of the face, and that's where the golf comes into play.
That's a pretty high apex, though.
Yeah, but 42.
And see, he just didn't get anything out of it on the ground. Good numbers of club head speed and ball speed, but he's got to get that a little bit lower.
Held that kind of coming through there.
Time to go for a new driver.
All right, again, what would be the motivation to switch drivers?
I think the fact that he didn't get any run there, he might go to a little tighter golf shaft. He might go to a little lower loft.
Yeah.
Great lines in his setup right here. I mean, really traditional setup. But you got to slow it down just a little. He's got, he's at 148 to go. I think somebody needs to step up and say, you know what? I'm going to hit 7 and go slow, and I'm going to really make the most out of it. I mean, but nobody will ever do that. They won't leave a lottery ticket on the ground.
I just think, and here's the thing.
Now he's going back.
Again, the psychological component about this, right?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter that he hit 376 in his last round. It matters just here, right now. And it starts to get between the ears, doesn't it?
It really does. Because, again, this guy's accurate. I mean, real accurate. But now he's taking his time, Jerry, don't you think?
Exactly. Changed drivers, took a deep breath, looked over the clock, knew he had plenty of time.
And he's got plenty of speed, 140, 210. I mean, he just, again, I've never seen him hit it this wild, Mike. Never have.
Just 1 in the grid so far. Those numbers are great. If he can find the grid, that's not the question is not about the distance. It's about the accuracy.
He's just out of sync. He really just is. Again, 45 seconds left with 1 ball. It's kind of a 23-second per ball deal. Just shows you how fast they get.
We saw this with Tim Burke, the defending champ earlier. A very manageable.
Now he's walking away, and imagine how much time he could have had with all those other golf balls right there.
So it comes down to 1 swing for the Predator, Steve Monroe. He has to beat Mitch Dobbin's 349.
He might have taken a little bit too much time back there. Maybe
He's fine.
He's good.
But see if he can really square it up.
He'll let you know.
Go, baby!
He can't believe it. No.
And that is the beauty of the match play here, the long drive. I mean, 349 is a very gettable number, and Mitch Dobbin is advanced with a number that in a lot of the other matches we saw tonight would have been beaten. Joe Miller, the past champ, takes on Glenn Wilson Jr.
Through Texas, the Whopper, Glenn Wilson Jr.
He's the son of former MLB star Glenn Wilson, the Philly star, and he's going to need a big home run tonight to advance.
And his opponent, the number 2 seed and the 2010 World Champion from London, England, Joe Miller.
Calls himself the total package, and he's going to need the strength and experience to win this match. He will hit the ball the highest tonight. Highest launch angle, longest carry.
Does this softer grid, though, work against him?
Wilson can flight the ball lower, but Miller will go for the carry. If Miller hits it solid, he carries it over 360 tonight.
Well, you can hashtag the Whopper for Glenn Wilson, but make sure you hashtag World Long Drive to be a part of Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Interesting how Wilson goes about his swing. Now, the way he sees this golf swing is he wants to be quick at the bottom. He thinks a lot of people get a little too quick at the top. He wants to have quickness at the bottom. And what he visualizes, which is fascinating, in it 25.
No, that's got to be an error. It's ridiculous. And he's going with the fade on every ball because they know the grid's not releasing to maximize the carry. Well, that one's too much fade.
Right, when you miss hit it, you only get 213.
But look at the club head speed at 153. Joe Miller's got his hands full.
Two balls remaining.
What I just noticed there, Michael, is how he kind of slings the club back a little bit. You kind of watch that head and that shaft basically break down. He kind of takes it back, slings it back. I like that hand action.
Yeah, it's something that Ben Hogan did actually in his swing where the handle started before the club head. I love the analogy of the roller coaster. It is really good. That one will show up on the Golf X, I can promise you.
That's the roller coaster I don't want to ride right there.
Final ball for Glenn Wilson Jr.
We were treated to a display. Wow. This one's not going to find the grid, but that was special.
Right out of the gate, 372.
Joe Miller.
All right, let Michael explain why he's able to launch it with that club head speed.
Well, you can see how he shifts his weight to his trail side right here. This club has already started to move a little bit. Now, as he starts to go, it's a little bit calm. It's a lot of width, and then look at this speed down at the bottom. You can see that that left foot, he can't even keep that thing on the ground. And that ball flew to 369, rolled out a whole 3 yards. Look at those numbers. 225.
6 golf balls over 219.
Play away.
So, 2010 World Long Drive Champion Joe Miller knows the number he has to beat.
His job's really easy. Swing as hard as you can. That's it for Joe. You know, 145, 214. So, again, he's got to just go full out.
Michael, okay, so you see his club head speed is obviously appreciably lower than Glenn Wilson Jr. How does Joe Miller make up the distance without that same club head speed?
He has to hit this in the center of the club face, which at that speed is very challenging. 215 ball speed. Apex looks pretty good. Does he get it in the center of the club face?
Yes, he does, and he gets the
he got
bounce.
the big bounce.
He gets the bounce.
Wow.
That's a flat flight for him.
376.
And there it is.
Joe Miller has moved on.
Wow.
Need not hit another. He might hit a few more, but he is advanced.
And after that display by Glenn Wilson flying at 368, that club on the backswing right there was on his back, bent back around, almost came around his front by his stomach.
Joe Miller is not afraid.
No.
I can tell you that.
No.
That club is going to go fast.
2005, I saw him. He weighed 60 pounds less. He won the European Championship, and I said, this guy is going to be dangerous.
He has on his left foot, he's got the 2 outside spikes removed from that shoe because he's got such force. He doesn't want that outside of the foot being held into the ground.
Absolutely. He's going to, we call him Air Joe. Watch this at impact right here. Both feet are going to come off the ground.
A little hop. Now, let me ask you this. He's 31 years of age.
Right.
He's won a championship before. He's already hit a number that has moved him on at 376.
Right.
Would you keep ripping it and run the risk of maybe pulling a rib cage muscle?
And I walk off. And I think, honestly, that's somewhat intimidating in a sense. But it's amazing with long drivers. They'll keep hitting and hitting. They hit fast, they hit hard, and they hit many. So
It's a buffet. He's going to eat all the food at the buffet.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, but again, he risked some big injury here. He's had some injuries, and I don't know why he's doing this. I really don't.
I worry about the injury at the top of the backswing. That club has more bow in it at the top of the backswing than it does at any other point in the swing.
We have to see that in slow-mo at the top of the backswing. If those guys will pull it up for you, Michael. This club wraps around almost to his front.
And I'll tell you another thing he does too. He ducks watch his head, how his head sort of jumps into his chest as he comes into this downswing. You see his head kind of dump down into his chest? He is doing everything to get that club go as fast as it can, and it worked.
And like you said, he didn't improve upon that after that shot. I think that was a waste of those 4 or 5 swings.
Let's take a little look at this here. Watching the backswing. First of all, great width in the stance. You can see how wide the feet are right here. Now, as he starts to go back, he shifts that weight. The club is going to travel back, and it's almost going to hit on the back. It does right there. Now he's getting a sling. Watch. Now, pay attention to his head as he comes down into the strike. Watch it dive down. You can see it's going right into his sternum.
Can you see that ball?
Nobody can. Why would he be able to? And now we'll take a little peek at what happens with this foot right here. This is the foot that doesn't have any spikes. You can see right there, the spikes are out of the shoe right there. That's where they are. And now it's going to allow him to jump up, spin out. That is violent.